A change of character is what I need instead of a change of place. Again, it is not me who's saying that, but as I finish the book, Seneca, so it's probably going to be like one of the last videos about him for right now. He said in one of his letters that a change of character is what you need, not a change of place. Because people try to go from place to place, and I think it's going to solve their problems. Like, they're just going to get ahead of their problems, but still, your flaws, your insecurities, they go with you anywhere, they hunt you anywhere. So it's not about the place. If you think that I'm going to move somewhere, it's going to change everything. Maybe it's going to change something, but still, your flaws and your insecurities, your wherever, they're gonna still stay with you, and that's a problem of to a lot of people nowadays, because people forget about changing themselves first in order to move out, or move somewhere else. That was me at some point. I was like, if I'm going to move somewhere else, I'm going to be saved. It's going to change everything, but it's actually me who needs to be changed, right? My inner self, how I view life, and I can change the place if I want to, but it's actually a good wisdom to know. I really enjoy this book. I can't even lie. It taught me a lot, and maybe I make a review on this book for like 5 main points from this book. There's definitely some good points. There are definitely some arguments that I don't like, but mainly I'm satisfied with this book. I'm gonna put it like 9, 10 out of 10, and yeah. So it was Seneca. So probably the next book I'm going to read is. So I'm reading like 3 books at a time. So while I was reading Seneca, I was reading a book about trading, market leaders, but as you can see, I'm almost done with that book. So I'm reading the book about ancient Rome too, SPQR, and I'm just started right here, so maybe like 1/6, 1/5 of a book, right? And I guess I have 2 books on me right now that are not like read. It's Plato, the Republic, and Power by Robert Greene. I read some laws before, but because I have this book right now, I kinda have to finish it, even though Power and Stoicism, even though this genre book, and for example, this is very different in a worldview, but I guess this book is still going to be a good read, not in a sense of getting, a master manipulator, but just to know the rules, just to know the laws, how the history, how people acted, and yeah. So I'm thinking between those two, but the book for trading, I'm going to change for the book for trading because they are on their way, and probably I usually like to read like 3 books at a time, so I can switch between them. So for example, I can read one law here and I'm done for the day, and I can read 1 chapter there, I'm done for the day, and with all the books, right? So I guess I'm just gonna start with Using the Power first, and then the Republic too, but I don't actually know. I enjoy each genre of the books, and I'm out to buy more books, to be honest, because I really like them. The knowledge they give me confidence, somehow, and right. So that's a change of character when it not a change of place, So I can show you the books I've read this year so far, you know. And I don't know if somebody's going to stay here, but it's not the topic of the video, but just in case, I just want to show it, you know. So, not this year actually, like the past 2-3 months. Seneca, of course. I've read his book already, like just finished it yesterday or before yesterday, you know. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. That's like book of all books in Stoicism, because everybody starts with this book, and I really enjoy this book. If I can't even lie. Here goes the search for meaning. I finished it in 1-2 days, like 2 days. Great read, you know. Great read. 2 different philosophies of life from Stoicism and this book, but it's more like existentialism. I don't know how to even say it. You find your own meaning, I guess, or true suffering. There's like 3 ways to live, to find meaning. I don't know. So that was 3rd book. This is the 4th. Ego is the enemy. Not something that I expected of this book, but not the greatest read, but like a pretty moderate read, you know, like 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. The Prince I read this year, maybe also like in 2-3 days, whereas I guess very similar to that one book, because Robert Greene was drawing main ideas from the Machiavelli, I guess. And yeah, the next book series, Alexander the Great by Robin Lane Fox, was probably one of the longest books I've ever read. Look at this text, man. I was probably reading it like for a very long period of time, because each book, I was counting how long each book took me to read. It took me to read one page, it took me like 3 minutes, you know. And here's like 500. Yeah, here's like 500, you know, pages in this book. That was intense, blood. The other Alexander the Great book by Philip Freeman. If I'm being honest, I love this one more, because it's chronologically goes in the direction from the beginning to the start, as the other biography is more chaotic. And yeah, I just like this book better, I can't even lie. And the last book that I read is The Course to Base Life. Love the book, definitely one of the books I've ever read. And that's it. I'm going to get more books, going to get more knowledge, going to share with you here. And